Most people think of Tarzan. They always think of a 1999 Disney animated classic because this was most people's first introduction to the character. But Tarzan was actually written about way back in 1912 by Edgar Rice Burroughs in All Star magazine. This was Burroughs' third story in the magazine and by far his most successful. But Edgar Rice Burroughs wasn't always a writer. He held many jobs, including army cavalryman, gold dredger, and a railroad policeman. He only got into writing at the age of 33 when a friend told him that magazines were paying big money for people's stories. So, being the greedy man that he was, he started writing. His two stories were successful, but his third story, called Tarzan, King of the Apes, was by far his most successful. It was about a man who got lost in the jungle after his parents were killed and were raised by apes. He eventually did become king of the apes. He learned the language, he acted like them, he moved like them. He was a man-ape hybrid, basically. When the editors received his first draft, they were ecstatic and told him to finish the story and publish it immediately. So he did, and he was wildly successful. But Edgar Rice Burroughs wasn't done. Oh no, he was a very greedy man who loved money. So he moved out to California to a nice quiet plot of land with his family and began writing. He wrote 24 Tarzan novels in just a couple of years. But with the advent of movies coming about, he decided to sell some of his stories to studios for them to be made into movies, which made him quite a lot of money. But still, it wasn't satisfying enough to him. So he started his own radio program, which told stories of Tarzan from his books with the help of his son and daughter. So that made him a lot of money. It was eventually being broadcast in every radio station in the country. Unfortunately, all good things must come to an end, and at the age of 75, in 1950, Edgar Rice Burroughs died. But this was by no means Tarzan's last appearance. In fact, it was only the beginning for the ape-swinging man. In 1972, Philip Jose Farmer published a book called Tarzan Alive, a definitive biography of Lord Greystoke, which almost made it seem like Tarzan was a real person and it was a biography of his life. Lord Greystoke was Tarzan's almost alias when he was out of the jungle. In England, he was known as Lord Greystoke because his parents were royalty. And after Burroughs' death, a few movies came out. Some were successful, others were not. But in 1999, Disney wanted to make some money off the popular characters, so they released an animated movie simply titled Tarzan. It was a very big hit and most people's first introduction to the character. But then in 2006, Disney tried again with a Broadway musical. It was a massive and utter failure, only lasting 1 year on Broadway, which in Disney's mind was a disaster. Audience who saw the play said it was one of the worst looking shows on Broadway. It was ugly. More recently, a few movies have come out about Tarzan, which were mildly successful, but the most recent one being in 2016.